Hello, everyone, and I'm just gonna pop my presentation up here and get started. Oops, gonna have this little thing. All right, if you have questions throughout this, feel free to pop them in the chat, and I will try to keep track of everything as we go through. So, welcome. This is the How to Make Money with AO Scan. I changed the wording a little bit from what I had advertised it. Um, and this is all about helping wellness-minded individuals create income with bioresonance technology. So, um, get ready to cozy in for a good opportunity here. If I can bump buttons here. All right. So, I want to start. I liked this in the um, template that I found on Canva. This was like the second picture of thing. And I was like, you know what? I kind of want to leave that in the presentation because it says you have the power. And I think so many times, whether in our wellness or in our finances or any area of life, we feel powerless and we feel like we can't do something or we can't change our circumstances or the struggle is just always going to be there. And so this presentation, I really want to get that vibe of like you have the power. You have the power to change your health. You have the power to change your finances. You just need some support. And so I'm hoping to show you what we can do together. All right, so this is for you if you are a health conscious individual looking for natural solutions. If you're a stay-at-home mom, a um, grandma, a single person that just wants some side income, like any of the above, seeking extra income without a huge time commitment. And if you're a wellness professional, a coach, or a healer who wants to offer more things for their clients, or if you're just passionate about holistic health and you're ready to help others as well, which is what I love to do. My name is Emily, so hello, hello. I am a wife of 11 and a half years. I am a mom to three boys, ages 9 and a half, almost 5, and 16 and a half months. I normally don't do big months uh, after one, but lately I have been just sticking with the 16 and a half because I don't want him to grow up. He is growing up way too fast. Um, and I am a lover of wellness. I have been into wellness for a long time. If there was one thing I would potentially do differently in my life, it would be to listen to my great Aunt Paula when she told me to pursue dietitian type certifications and go to college for that. Instead, I decided not to because I was just going to be a stay-at-home mom and went for a year of college, which was like, whatever. Um, and then after I got married and had my first kid, is when I kind of started getting a lot more into health and wellness and learning more for myself. Prior to that, I kind of just knew the standard things like eat healthier and that kind of stuff, the stuff that is pretty common knowledge to people. Um, and then whenever I got introduced to essential oils by Melissa, who is on this call, um, I started getting excited about learning about different things, and that like started a huge rabbit trail of different areas that I would start learning about over the next 10 years because that was 2011, 2012 when I was introduced to essential oils. So it has been over 10 years now that I've been like on this journey and love learning about all the things. So, I have a desire to see people heal. I believe that every single issue in this world can be healed, even when it feels like it can't be. Things that they say can't be cured, I believe that the body is capable of doing so much for you. And I have a desire, and this one has been on my heart for a few years, but to help mamas and other people earn income in a way that doesn't take up all of your time, that is aligned with your purpose, and really supports the family, even if it's in a small amount or a huge amount. So I want to share a little bit about my personal journey. For myself, I was introduced to the AO scan back in 2021. And it was through my holistic wellness directory that has since closed. But I was following this girl that was on my directory, and I was super fascinated by this device thing that she was posting about, and she was imprinting frequencies into her daughter's toys and like different things like that. And then she started sharing different ways that the Inner Voice program was helping her clients. She really worked with a lot of people on their like second childhood and like touching back into their inner child. And it was just so fascinating to me. And we had set up a few demos, decided that like things just kept coming up. And at the end of that year, right around November, I messaged her because I wanted to be held accountable. And I was like, hey, by the end of this year, it's my goal to get this. Because at that time, you had to buy their device, which was an Android phone, and then get the subscription. And so it was over $800, and I really didn't have that. So I just made it my goal because it was super fascinating. I knew it could help our family. And within 2 weeks, I actually was able to get that money. I sold a whole bunch of my stock of essential oils, my Color Street, anything I could get my hands on, I was trying to sell, and I was able to get $800. And so I purchased my AO scan device, was so excited whenever it came. And within that first month, I started charging people for scans. I didn't really know what to charge. I was in the Facebook group and saw people charging like $200 for one report. I saw like all types of variation. And I was like, I don't really know much about this. So I charged like $20. I was like, hey, I got this cool new tool. And I was posting about it and people were interested. And so I started off just charging like $20 and said, hey, like, let's look at this together. And I don't really know anything about it, but it's pretty cool. Um, so from there, I used it on my family. I started seeing clients right away. It took me a little while to get my first enrollment, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But it's been a really cool piece to the puzzle in our personal health and wellness, as well as in my business. I have had some type of health and wellness business since doTERRA, and it's always kind of been adapting and changing. And this, I feel, is something that's going to go on for quite a long time, just because how much I love it. And it really aligns with me. So many people in the past have been like, hey, I have this big opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And it just doesn't align. And I don't care how much money I could make doing it. Since I've been sharing more about this stuff, I've had like 3 different people reach out to me about their network marketing companies. And I see you have a really engaged community, and I see that you have a really great network. I think this would be perfect for you. It's in the wellness field. And it doesn't align with me. I have very strict standards on things that I promote. And it definitely doesn't necessarily help me financially all the time, but I want to make sure that I have integrity with what I'm recommending to people. So that's a little bit about my journey with AO Scan, and real briefly on our financial piece, which one of you did message me and asked, hey, if you don't want to share, you don't have to, but I'm very curious about how much money you've made. And I shared with her pretty much exact numbers, and an average, because I don't have it varies every month. But I shared her my average, and um, uh, sometimes I forget what I am earning, even though I go over my finances almost every single day, um, because I'm paying off my debt. And so it doesn't feel like it's very present income because I save it, I pay off my debt. I save it, I pay off my debt. And I have business expenses, which are not required. I have a lot of business expenses that most people don't need. Um, and so yeah, so financially, it's been really great. Um, I'll share my personal income whenever we get to an example slide. All right. Well, let me see here. Oh, I lost where I'm at. There we go. I'm going to put that. Okay. All right. So we'll go on to what is the AO scan. If anyone has any comments, feel free to put them in the chat. I think I can see the chat. There it is. All right. So what is the AO scan? If you have seen any of my stuff on Facebook, I have shared screenshots. This is the homepage of the AO scan. They did just do a little upgrade, and you can utilize another format, but this is still my favorite because I know what everything is, and so it's helpful. The new format kind of shows you and tells you exactly what each thing is, which is nice for new people. But it's an AO scan is a cutting edge bioresonance technology that helps scan, analyze, and help balance the body's energetic frequencies. So not only does it scan and analyzes, it sends frequencies back to your body to support that homeostasis and finding balance, educating your body on where it should be. So it provides detailed wellness insights and shows where there is imbalance in the body. I have used it to see if, so my son was having a lot of leg pain in the past, and so I ran a scan on his arteries, his lymphatic system, his circulation, his bones, and connective tissue, all for the legs, to see what was most out of balance, and it was growing pains. But it was really cool to see, like, okay, I know it's not a circulation issue because that's all in balance. And then I figured out it was more of that connective tissue and bone stuff, because his body is growing. So being able to really hone in on what you're kind of looking for is really cool. It helps with emotional and physical balance, and it gives insights into what the body is needing for support to heal. What I love about two of the reports specifically is that they actually give you real-time suggestions for what your body is asking for. So in the Inner Voice report and in the Body Systems report, it tells you about the system, what's going on with it, but it also gives you exact, custom tailored to you suggestions that could be increasing your trace minerals, that could be eating a specific diet, that could be getting more hydration, getting specific minerals. And I love that part of it is very helpful because it makes it simple. It's educational and not diagnostic. Welcome, whoever just came. We are moving right along. If you could mute yourself, that would be great. All right, so why this amazing business opportunity? There's a lot of reasons. I was able to pick out four. So holistic health has always been a growing industry over the last few years. More people are looking for alternative and preventative wellness solutions. They're also becoming more empowered. They are sick and tired of the healthcare system that runs tests and tells them everything is fine, but they're dealing with all these symptoms. They're frustrated that they might have a diagnosis, but there's no cure or no way to get better. And so they're really starting to take that back into their own hands, learning about how the body functions, learning about how to understand their own blood work and how to eat better and all of the different pieces. And so that's a really awesome thing in this movement for health and wellness and taking that ownership back. Two, you can work from anywhere. I use this picture of working on the beach because, I mean, who doesn't want to work on the beach? Although I do think I am more of a mountainy cabin type person. The older that I get, I'm like, I don't mind the beach for a minute, but I'd really rather be in the woods in nature and lots of green space. So you can work from anywhere. I have been working from the playground a lot the last couple weeks because it has been nice. My husband is not working right now. He's laid off for the winter. And so we have been enjoying the playgrounds on these nice days. And so I take my laptop, I use my hotspot on my phone, I work a little bit until my computer dies, and then I play with my kids. Today I played first, and then I had a phone call after. Or like in the middle. Like you can do it from anywhere and you can do as much as or as little as you want as well. Um, Three, there are multiple income streams. So AO Scan, you can use it for your own personal wellness. You can use it for client sessions. You can use it for affiliate income. There are so many ways to earn with AO Scan or Solex in general. Solex is the company that owns AO Scan. And there's no medical background needed. Anyone can learn and use this technology. Like I said, it gives you a lot of information, but it can be simple. That's one of the reasons it's taken me so long to actually kind of put this out as an opportunity because I was making it way too hard because I like to know all the things. And I'm finally getting to a place where I'm like, okay, it can be simple. Just help people use it in a basic way, and then we can grow around that. And of course, it is a low startup cost with high impact results. I'll be talking about the price in a little bit here. 4 ways to earn. All right, so there's multiple ways to create income using this technology. These are just 4 of many, but they're like the most popular and what I personally use. So number 1 is actually personal use savings. So whenever you're utilizing the AO Scan, you can actually save money. Number 1, you can run bioresonance reports on yourself every single day to see what's going on with your body. You get those very specific and personalized suggestions for lifestyle, and you can utilize the frequency aspect to support your own body. We use it every day in our house. I have very specific playlists that I run for my kids and my husband and myself. We all have been using an immune support frequency, which honestly, since I feel like I like switched over to that sometime last fall, um, when we were really not feeling well again. And since then, we have only been sick once. And I've been like really excited about that. So I have frequencies that are broadcasting every single day to support our health and wellness. And then some specifics. So for myself, I have some different things going on with my stomach. So I have some digestion frequencies. I have some for abundance and creativity and determination. And that has been helping me to really focus on what I'm working on. For one of my kids, I did finally take it off and we haven't had any issues, but he had Lyme a couple years ago and had a traveling skin rash. And so for about a year and a half, I was actually broadcasting a Lyme skin support. So it was supporting his skin and detoxing Lyme from his body. And it finally, I think, has cleared because he did not get the rash again when I stopped it. And previously, I had stopped it and the rash would come back. For my youngest, I've used for teething pain. Anyway, there's lots of ways to save with utilizing that. One of the other ways is the AO scan also has a feature that you can add all of your supplements, and it tells you what aligns with your body's frequency that day. So not only can you utilize it as a tool to utilize remedies of frequency, you can also see what supplements you need and really reduce what you're taking because we don't need 50 supplements a day. It recommends up to 6, and some of those can be homeopathic, which are just on the software. There's lots of things we could talk about there. All right, so savings is one big way to earn. The second way is frequency broadcast services. This is what I personally offer to clients. Every single morning, this is like my morning routine. I wake up. If I wake up early, then that's fine. I get some time to myself before I work. But at 7 o'clock in the morning, I start my broadcasts and then I set it, and it takes me typically 5 to 10 minutes. And then I set a timer for 2 hours. And then in 2 hours, I come back to my computer and turn them off. And that's all I do. I do have a little bit of onboarding with understanding what my clients' needs are, creating those frequency playlists, and then getting everything set up in the software, but it doesn't take that long. And a lot of them I already have. So sometimes I tweak things for specific clients. Sometimes I just use one that I have, and we play around with stuff. So that's one of my favorite ways to utilize it. And then for me, it helped me to be more consistent with broadcasting for my own family because yes, I have the software, it's on my phone, it's on my laptop, it's wherever I want it to be. But when it was just for myself and my family, I wasn't using it every day. And so now that I have clients, I make sure that I do it every single day and I include us in that as well. So frequency broadcasting is great. The third way is reports and wellness mentoring. There are multiple different reports that you can run, and you can just do them. Single reports, here it is. Or you can set up some wellness mentoring type of sessions where you kind of explain the report and can support them with a wellness plan. That takes a little bit of education, but I can also show you how to do some of them super, super simply. And then the fourth is the affiliate income. This is the really nice, the frequency and the affiliate is my favorite because the frequency only takes me, the broadcasting only takes me 10 minutes every morning to set up. The affiliate income is passive. As long as people are keeping their subscription, you're earning income. So their structure is affiliate based, which is different than most network marketing companies. A lot of network marketing companies are switching to that, which is some of the stuff that you have seen. Some big companies have really shifted the way that their income is, which has really hurt a lot of people financially. So Solex kind of knew that going into creating their company, and so they do affiliate income, and then they have a team overlay. So you build more income by having more people subscribe directly under you than building a super huge team. And they also have products. And so when people purchase products, you earn 45% of that in cash based off of the points. And some of those things are super cheap, and some of those are a couple $1,000s. So it can vary. So affiliate income is one of my other favorite ways to earn. All right, so I'm going to pause here for a second. Does anybody have questions yet? I am going to talk about some different strategies. Let me see. Feel free to put in the chat or you can unmute yourself. Any questions at this point? Okay, I'm just going to keep on going. All right. There we go. All right, so how much can you earn? Honestly, the sky is the limit. So I gave like 6 ideas here, and I decided to utilize this one that kind of looked like a stream, because it's different streams of income. But I'm gonna share a couple different ideas, and then kind of share. I've shared a little bit about what I do. So broadcasting clients, and here's the really cool thing: you can set your own pricing. You do not have to be like me. You can set your prices higher. You can set your prices lower. You can set your prices wherever you want. Um, I personally try to keep them at a pretty affordable rate, for a few reasons. I feel that that's part of my mission in life is to be able to be accessible to people who typically couldn't afford certain therapies. And so I really want to be able to support people. Having said that, I have been working on some things that are going to be a little bit higher priced in the future, but I always want to keep a low end support that really impacts people's lives, which is where I kind of start with my broadcasting. So, my broadcasting clients, I charge between $25 to $47 a month, and that includes daily broadcasting. The $47 one includes an inner voice for them so they can listen to the frequencies every day. Um, excuse me. But for example, here, if you would have 10 people that you would broadcast to every day at $47 a month, that would be $470. FYI, I think it's the next slide where I actually tell you how much the co cost of the software is. I'll tell you that right now. The software is $149 a month. So if you have broadcasting clients, that well over covers your 149. The AO scan reports, say you just want to do them for $25, you do 10 a month, that's $250. You can do some wellness mentoring. Say you want to do 4 a month, that'd be like 1 a week at roughly $100. Again, you can charge more than that. You can charge less than that. You can charge whatever you'd like. There's $400. An affiliate AO scan. So this would be if you enroll people to also have the software for their own homes and families at $149 a month. You earn 45% of that, which ends up being about $47. So let's say you have 6 people that you have personally enrolled at that $47 mark. You also get a $50 bonus because that is the second level of earning. You would earn $332 plus a month, because if you also are selling any products or people utilize any of their supplements, someone just purchased a 660 red light therapy band on my website last night, I think it was. And so I'll earn 45% of the points on that. So there's a lot of different ways to earn. I wanted to show you a few different ways that you could and what that looks like in an actual example. And you can have more. I have roughly 18 clients right now in the $25 to $47 range. The way that I structure it is $25 is one goal. So if someone wants to work on their hormones, that's one goal. If they also want to work on digestion, that's a second goal, that's 35. And if they want to add a third goal, let's say thyroid health, that would be a third goal, and that would be 47. And then they would also get the inner voice. So I have a few people that just do $25 a month. That's all they can afford, and that's fine. I have a few people that do more. I also created just in January a family plan because I had 2 families that were starting to kind of come to me, and they had a lot of kids, and I hated charging as much as I was. So I made a family plan. So I have 2 families on that right now. Well, one family on that. The other one I think is going to be joining soon. Um, and So there's so much variety that you can do, but I really want to make sure that when starting, you kind of focus on one or two, not all of them. Or you can if you want, if you're super ambitious. My personality type, my way of being, I have been learning over the last 3 years, I need to focus on one thing at a time, sort of. I still do a lot of things at once. Um, so I do the broadcasting and I do scan reports. I have them listed on Etsy. And I also have people that I have done scans for and wellness mentoring in the past for that will occasionally say, hey, can I get an inner voice? Yep, here it is. Um, so between broadcasting clients and reports, I typically earn, well, I'll tell you my like main and then it's like basically half. So I guess it's more than the half right now, being super open at the AO affiliate AO scan, where the people are enrolled under me, I'm earning a, between $500 and $600 a month. There are months that I have made more than that. A few people are currently paused on their membership. That's totally fine. You can literally pause your membership anytime. If you have the $149 and you like a few people actually paused it in December because of Christmas, and I was like, that's fine. Like it is what it is. I'm not gonna be upset with you about it. And then they're planning on picking it back up, hopefully soon. But if not, no big deal. Like they have one that has gone up and down, and that's totally fine. Whatever works for your family. And yeah, so that's kind of my current range. But I have made over 1,000 because I did do I had some people purchase mats and stuff like that in the past. So that was a nice extra little bonus. But that's not my regular. So around a little over 500. My total income every month has typically landed around 1,000 to 1,500. It could be way higher, but like I said, I, fluctuate by doing so many things all the time. But anyway, so the other half, the rest of that $500 to $1,000 ends up being the broadcasting clients, the scan reports, doing any wellness mentoring. I used to have a shop and I would sell product, but I don't sell any of that anymore. So all of that is around the broadcasting and the scan reports. And again, that goes straight to my debt, so I'm paying off my debt and my business bills, which, like I said, you don't have to have a million business bills like I do. I'm a little extra. Literally, all you really need is the AO scan. Um, so a few client success stories, broadcasting and reports specifically, because that's what I focus on the most. A few people have commented on me as well, but I'm not good at sharing those. So this is why AO Scan isn't just another wellness tool. It's a complete wellness and income opportunity. So as you can see here, I included this little mock-up because I wanted to make sure that you guys understood that you can use it on your computer, a tablet, you can use it on your phone. It is a web-based application, so it's not something you can download from the App Store, but you go to the website and then you can put it on your phone as an app. So anyway, some different things that I have supported people with, reducing fevers, sickness symptoms have been relieved, quicker recovery times, hormone and PMS symptoms have eased, pain relief, digestive ease, energy, stress management, and so much more. Those specifically are all around the frequency broadcasting. The inner voice, which is a super fun feature. I have had many shift from stress to calm whenever they listen to that for 5 to 10 minutes. And then based off of the reports, because the reports are just amazing to me. The people can't believe how accurate the reports are. So many people are like, "How does this know this about me? I didn't tell you any of this." Yeah, that's been on my blood work, or that's like what I'm dealing with, and they really can't believe how accurate they are. And then they know what areas to support the most and how to support them. So those are some of those success stories. All right, so then how to get started. You don't have to do this alone. I will support you every step of the way. So the steps to getting started in this type of business would be to enroll with the AO scan, and you can do that in one of two ways. One is choosing a bundle. I did not pull all of my things out, but I can get a couple. I'm trying to think about what it is. So they have a few different bundles that you can purchase whenever you sign up. And one of them includes these. Oh wait, I don't think I can. Can you see me? Let me see. I need to figure out how to put myself on the screen, but I don't know how. So I'll show you this after I'm done with the presentation. But there's a bundle and it comes with a few different wellness tools. And then you add on the subscription, and that total ends up coming to about $4.98 plus tax and shipping. Or you can just get the subscription only. So that is $149. And if you're wanting to make this into a business, you would want to also add on the yearly $49 fee, which is just charged once every year. And that gives you that licensing aspect of being able to run the AO scan as a business and enroll people under you. So that ends up being $198. I think there is also tax on that whenever you enroll. And then going forward, 149. And like I said, you can cancel or pause at any time if you need to. Step two would be to learn the basics, which I kind of structured all of this to lead into the 6 day series. So this Saturday, I'm starting it's called 6 Days to Wellness Clarity. And each day we're going to be going through a different module of the software. So if you get your own software, that is free. If you would prefer doing a test run with the software, that is also an option we can discuss. It'll be $50 to test it for the 6 days. And then at the end of the 6 days, if you are wanting to purchase a subscription or get a bundle, you can get up to $50 of that initial investment back, or 25 back. Or if you decide it's not for you, you can put 25 of that 50 towards a broadcast in April. And so there will be calls and training with that. And then I have a ton of stuff already on YouTube, and I also have created PDF guides. So kind of a visual or a way to read through whatever your learning style is kind of works. And then step three would be to choose your offers. So in joining my specific AO scan team, I'm going to be offering a like getting started business session. So we can figure out what works best for your lifestyle and your goals and how you want to integrate it into either a business. We can talk about social media posts and marketing and all of that kind of stuff. And again, I will support you on all of those steps. And then number four, grow your income. So sharing your offers, supporting your clients, I'll support you along the way. The next slide is more about how I support. And I'm gonna try to remember exactly what's in my head right now. Okay. So actually, I created a whole slide for it. So I'm ahead of myself. All right. Support from me includes many things. Whenever you enroll, we will do a business strategy call to figure out a plan for you, what offers you want to make. If you need help with setting up your software, if you want to run through how to run a client, any of that kind of stuff, we'll set up a business strategy call and discuss that. So then the next thing is AO Scan course and support. So I have created an AO Scan course. I have tutorials on YouTube. I have the PDFs. You have access to me, and of course the 6 day series, which I just mentioned. So you'll learn and understand how to utilize the AO Scan in a simplistic way, not over the top like I do. And so, well, have done. I'm working on keeping it simple. I did it last week with a client, and it was amazing. Monthly group business call. So kind of changing up a lot of things in my business right now. And starting in April, I'm going to start doing a monthly group business call. This call is going to be around business. We'll talk about what's working, any types of ways you need support. If we're going to also kind of have a wins and goals section so we can share some of our wins and share our goals for the month, and then learn something new, whether that's AO scan, whether that's marketing, whatever everyone is kind of needing in that month. And then the fourth thing there is the wellness clarity circles. So some of you know that I'm currently doing a Barbara O'Neill series, and I have people that have really been enjoying those. I have decided to continue something like that, but it'll just be a little bit different. Either I'll be teaching or sharing a video that I have access to. But what we'll be doing is 3 weeks out of the month. So we'll have calls 4 weeks out of the month. One of those will be a business call, and then we'll have two that are more group circle like, where we discuss different things and can talk about our goals for our wellness and set goals and share the wins and all of that. So a lot of wellness support, learning, and collaboration, and then also have education. So one of those 3 weeks we'll have a guest that I personally love. I have had Kira Witham on my podcast and some other things. So I probably will be bringing her in one month. There's an iridologist that I really like in Utah that I would love to have on. So like having a few different things like that. So that is also included. Um, and of course you can text me anytime. Along with the wellness clarity circles aspect. So that is going to be that's free for you, of course, because you're on the team, but it's also free for anybody to join. I've really contemplated that one, and I just I really love the community aspect, and I really want there to not be barriers to people accessing support and community. So I'm here to support you however you need. So one of my goals this entire time that I couldn't figure out how to do in a um, way that made sense for me, that didn't overwork me, that, still gave everyone the support they need. All of that is really coming into alignment for me. And that is this whole aspect of growing your team with support. So, like I said in my introduction of myself, that I have a desire to help other people earn income and not be overly stressed about it, not feel like they have to do 500 things. So, part of that, and I have done this for one or two other people. Actually, I think it was the same person. I've enrolled two people under her. She has her own wellness business, and she had some people interested in the AO scan. And I told her, like, hey, if you don't have time to talk to them about AO scan, because that's not your main focus, because she's an actual health coach, I was like, send them my way. I was like, I'll do the call with them, I'll explain things to them, and then I'll sign them up under you. Just like I have access to everybody's link who's under me. So I just pulled her link from my back office and had them enroll under her. And like I want to be able to support people in that because it's something that I'm super passionate about. It's a skill that I have, it's a desire that I have. So as long as you are also kind of putting a little bit of skin in the game by showing up to calls here and there or having interactions and conversations with people, I am 100% open to having conversations with them. You can invite them to the Wellness Clarity Circle. You can invite them to the business call. If they're interested and you're like, I don't know what to do, or I can't explain this, you can send them my YouTube. You can, however you need that support, I want to make sure to be able to help you in growing your own business as well. Um, because I didn't have that support um, whenever I started this. The person I enrolled really wasn't doing it 100% for the business. She was just like loving the software. And she currently doesn't even have her subscription anymore. So I don't personally have like that strong team bond. And I want to make sure that I create that for people because I know that it is so, so helpful. So, anyway, that's kind of one of my big goals. For that. And I do offer connection calls as well. So those are 20-minute sessions where we just kind of discuss people's wellness and ask any questions. And we could always do three-way calls as well if you would want to be on and be able to kind of give feedback throughout as well. So I have a few special bonuses for enrolling this week. One, one and two are if you enroll with just the subscription or a bundle. But it will be 1 month of broadcasting specifically for abundance, clarity, determination. I'm going to create like a special playlist for just like business support. I already have a few, but I kind of want to rework them. But really to support you. So that would be free. You would get that daily broadcast every single morning to just kind of help you along the way. And you can also broadcast those to yourself as well. But uh, somebody else that I have enrolled under me, we broadcast for each other because sometimes it's nice to just also receive support from other people. Number two would be 3 months of one-on-one business support. So each month you'll get two 45-minute calls And we'll just discuss whatever you need in your business aspect of marketing, of trying to get people enrolled, whatever that is, offering the broadcasts, however you need support in that way. And then the third special bonus for this week, I don't even know what day it is. Um, you would get a free bottle of AO Zyme. So this is if you purchase a bundle with the AO Scan subscription, you would get a free bottle of AO Zymes, which is AO Scan's or Solex's enzyme product supplement. That actually would come with your enrollment kit because that is from Solex. That's their special for this month. And then from me, you would receive a box of Cephi Dots. I don't have I don't think I have a box handy, and I don't honestly even have Cephi Dots handy. I've shared them before. I'll pull this one up. I'll open this one. I've pre-made these for an event I did back in at Christmas, and I end up having to open them and reprint and print them. But I'll show you those two whenever I come back to the screen. I keep forgetting that I'm not on there. All right. I hope you guys like a little bit of crazy, because that's where my conversations often are. All right, so are you ready to get started? And what questions do you have? I'm going to stop the share and we can chat. Feel free to turn on your video if you want or don't. As you are thinking of questions, I will show you the things that I said I would show you. So the lowest bundle comes with, I believe, four items. This is the Lightwave glasses, and they come with a pair of plain glasses. They are blank, and then 12 different colors, and these correlate with the inner voice. Color therapy is a very, very fun topic. I have not dove completely in, but there's different colors, and I think I lost my little handy dandy cheat sheet, but they're different colors, and you've seen these if you follow me on Facebook, but they have different colors, and different colors emit different light frequencies and can affect your emotions and your physical well-being. Have a really fun, quick story, hopefully. Wow, it's 8:44. Um, I had a client that I had done a report and stuff on early on when I opened my physical shop, and she was having some issues with her kidneys, and she was like, "Hey, do you have any frequencies that would help?" So I sent her a specific inner voice that was supposed to help with kidney issues. And I told her because it was correlated with the color red orange specifically. And I was like, I don't know if this is going to help, but try to wear some red. And I texted her that kind of late at night. The next morning, she texted me and she was like, I don't know what kind of craziness this is, but I put on a red shirt today because you told me to. And like, I had this sense of peace come over me. She's like, Emily, I don't wear red. And it was a while until she could get her whatever was going on with her kidneys done. And so would wear red as often as she could. She would listen to that frequency all the time. I wasn't broadcasting at the time, so she would listen to that. And then she also bought a red crystal from me and kept it in her pocket all the time. And she said that all those things like really helped with the pain, which is super fun. And speaking of red, there are red and orange colors in here. And that is a whole thing which we'll discuss on the calls at some point, the wellness clarity calls. Is the circadian rhythm. And so, like blocking blue light, you can actually use red or orange or the shades of orange to block blue light. So they kind of double as that as well, which is super fun. And I have used the red before when I couldn't fall asleep. I just put them on and kind of looked at things for a little bit, and I got really tired within 5 minutes, and it was kind of crazy. And then I wanted to show you guys these. These are Cephi Dots, and you can imprint these with the software, and then you can sell them. You can use them yourself, whatever you want to do. I do sell them sometimes. I have some clients that really like them. I sell them for $5 a piece or 15. I think I do like $6 a piece or 15 for three, and people typically just buy three. And so I'll imprint them. I put them in a I can't remember what this is called, but it blocks frequencies in the postal service because all of that is there's lots of frequencies whenever it's going through the mail. Anyway, put this in an envelope and send to them. And again, I can, if that's something you're interested in, we would go over the whole process. Um, yeah. So that is those things. I can't remember if there was anything else. I'm going to read a question because I know I got one. How do you market broadcasting to potential clients? I think you may have talked about this, but do they receive daily playlist or do you broadcast through your device and they just trust that you do so? Yep. So with the inner voice, they can listen to those. It is not necessarily recommended to listen to the Cephis, which are the subtle energy frequency imprinter section. Um, so I do. I broadcast them through my device every single day, and they do trust that I do so. And I do. I have only missed 2 days, which I did tell people in a year and a half of broadcasting. I have only missed 2 days. And it was because I was at a place where I had no internet. And so I told them ahead of time, like, hey, I don't have internet. I don't even have access to like my cell phone. So you're not getting broadcast for 2 months, 2 days. And some of them noticed. Um, but they do typically also notice a difference. So they do trust that I do so and I keep my integrity there. Um, I also want to mention that with the broadcasting, you don't have to broadcast every single day. A lot of people, I go above and beyond. Like I said, I just kind of like go a little crazy with stuff. I have some people that do, or I know of some people that do like 3 days a week. I have some people that do, or I know some people that do like 2 weeks, 2 week sprints kind of thing. Like, hey, want to try out frequency broadcasting for 2 weeks? This is the topic this week and or these 2 weeks or whatever. And it's just that's what it is, and that's what they get. So there's a lot of ways to play with that. You can, when I started, I did specific groups. So I had digestion, I had hormone, I had weight loss, I had abundance. I think there were like 6 options: digestion and pain relief. I got all 6. And so those were the ones that I did. And people would just choose from those. And then I've kind of shifted because Solex's software shifted a bit, so that it was easier to actually do Cephi groups. Um, I shifted to a lot more custom work. And do you tell them a certain time or check in with them? Yes. So I'm most of my clients are pretty hands off. They don't really like they just trust me to do what I'm doing. They feel the difference and we move on. That stresses me out a little bit, not gonna lie. But I do let them know that I broadcast from 7 to 9. Sometimes it's a little after that, sometimes it's a little earlier. Like Sundays, we have to leave by 8 around 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's 6 to 8, but they know that it's in the morning. Some of my clients can actually tell whenever I'm broadcasting to them. It's very fascinating. I was going through like a really rough slump and wasn't starting until like between 8 and 9 for like 2 or 3 weeks. And the one girl texted me and she's like, hey, are you still broadcasting at the same time? Because like I have not had the energy that I normally have as early in the day. And I was like, that's super fascinating. And she was totally fine with it. Like she knows like life happens. But yeah, she's one that is just super good and she lives in Texas and she like knows when I'm broadcasting. It's crazy. Um and I do check in with them then weekly. So I that's where I say like I kind of go above and beyond the craziness of like business expenses, which I have kept under $500, including my software. But I use a client management system that has texting and everything. And so I send out an automated text to all of my clients on the designated day. It was Fridays. This month, I'm kind of playing around with stuff and doing a lot more manual work. But I check in with them, just say, hey, like, hope you're doing good. Let me know if anything needs changed or you're feeling any good shifts, bad shifts, whatever. I'll be honest, it's hard for me sometimes because only like out of the 20 to 25 people that I text that to, I get like 3 responses. And so then I'm like, do they like it? Are they not experiencing anything? But their life is just busy. And so they know that they're feeling better and they know that I broadcasted all week. And whenever I check in with them at the end of the month, they're like, yeah, I want to come stay on and they send me their money. And I'm like, okay. So it feels really hands off for me. And I don't like that because I like my personality type, I want to like have the whole conversation with you. But so far I've not attracted the clients that care about the conversation. They just want to feel better. So it works for my time. But yeah, so those are some of those those answers. Any other questions? And feel free to unmute and conversate. I like that too. Whatever you guys would like. Any specific, I'm trying to think of if there was anything else around things that I offer.
When you set people up as a new client,
Mhm.
how much information do you need to put?
So I do ask them for everything but the picture. Solix has come out and said you don't need the picture for the profile, so I don't ask people for a picture anymore. But I do request for it's for those who don't know what the AO scan, what you need. It's the first and last name and the birth date. I think are the things and gender and email. I think those ones are required. But I still ask for the weight and height as well. And so far, nobody has had an issue with me taking their weight and height. But those are also not necessary if you don't have them. Um, I have also done like I'm trying to think what I was gonna say. I have some clients that I have just done like their first last name and their birth date, and that was it. And I did put their gender because I knew their gender, but and then put my own email in for them because they didn't want to get emails. And so I was like, all right. So it can be as much or as little. If anyone wants to see a demo of the software, I can pull that up. We are coming in on 9 o'clock. But if that is something that you guys would like to see and stay for, I'm more than happy to share that with you. Any questions at all? Is this something that you think that you would like to do? Is this something that you want for your family? Maggie already has the software, so that's helpful.
Yeah, I just want to put in a little plug for that. I've had it maybe a year, maybe not
Yeah,
quite.
I think it's been
Um,
about a year.
so I was experimenting on my own because I was feeling overwhelmed with it, and then I got to the point. It's like, wait, I can just once you're on this, you get Solex, you get on these
Mm,
messengers, and
mhm.
everybody throws out like Parkinson and stress and migraines, and so you really even don't even have to make a playlist. You just copy theirs.
Yeah,
And so now I have my girlfriend on, and I have my two girls on, and I have my husband on, and I just do the multi scan every day, and I do the multicast every day, and it literally takes, I don't know, 4 minutes, you know.
yes.
And when you were doing it for me before I got my own, I could tell immediately when you did it because it would be like 10 o'clock in the morning one time. And I'd be like, hmm. And then all of a sudden, like, ooh, I feel it now. I feel yeah,
Yeah,
it was really, really strange, but I could tell when you broadcast.
yeah. I love when people can tell. It makes me so excited.
I
You're
was
welcome,
excited. I
Casey.
felt better.
Yes, yes. Yeah, and that's the thing. And people, it it's when you try it and you experience it, like that is the coolest thing. Um, they just had a what's called a day of discovery, Solex did. Also, there's a ton of support outside of just me. Like obviously I want to support you, but there's a ton of support outside of this. Solex does whenever you enroll, you can get access to their Solex basic training, and that's free. So they kind of walk you through everything too on their course. And then every single week, minus a handful throughout the year, they have a call. It's pre-recorded every single Wednesday. So there is so much information that you can learn from those calls. Sometimes it's around, and it's kind of like a team call. So like at the first 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes I just skip over that because they're congratulating people on being the top enroller for the week and up rank advancement and all of that stuff. And you can skip over that. But then they have some form of education, whether that's introducing a new product or a new feature whether it's talking about a specific feature or talking about something health related. They've talked about the gut before. They've talked about I don't even know, like so many things. I don't always keep up with those because it's every Wednesday and it hasn't been a priority, but I need to start because they've had some really good ways of how to understand certain parts of the report, and everyone kind of has their own flow with it. So they've had different people on that share different things like that. They've had people on to share some things about business. Lauren, the creator of Solex, he will share some of the sciencey side of stuff sometimes. And so it's really a great resource to go, and you can do that now. It's on YouTube. It's Solex LLC, their YouTube page, and you can go and watch whatever you want. They have some tutorials, they have lots of different things. Um, and then there's other wellness practitioners, other people that do Solex that have a lot of stuff on YouTube as well. I've used some of their videos to share with people in the past as well, because some people read reports differently. Some people um, utilize a different way of doing things. Some people have a better explanation for something. This one girl that I follow, Caitlin Simmons, I absolutely love her content because she's a Christian. And so those who are like, oh, is this safe for me kind of thing, like she has a lot of really good conversation around that on her YouTube page. And so I'll send people to like some of her videos, which I just absolutely love. Um, yeah, so like there's a lot of resources outside of just myself. So I like to connect you all to those two as well. And then there is a Facebook group, and that's what Maggie was talking about because the Solex official Facebook group, um, there's so many people in that. And so you can share, and people will share their playlists, or they'll share like sometimes it's not just playlists. There are a lot of practitioners in there. So they'll share like some other things to look at, or maybe areas of the scan to look at. And again, I'm willing to support and all of that as well. I'm currently doing one of the like I say top, there's a lot of really top dog like mentors and practitioners in that space. But I follow Becky Coots Kimberly, and I follow a few other people, but I'm actually doing her certification course right now. So everything I'm starting to learn, I'm wanting to kind of regurgitate to all of you as well in bite-sized chunks so that you're not super overwhelmed. So yeah. Anyway, is there any other questions? We're coming up on 9 o'clock. I can stay late if I need to. Um, and and I will message all of you probably tomorrow morning to check in and see if you have any specific questions, or if you want to set up a phone call, and if you're interested in enrolling. And again, if you are interested in trying out the AO scan, oh my goodness, what am I thinking? The 6 days to clarity, wellness clarity instead before jumping in full force. That is also an option, and that starts this Saturday morning. Um, we're going to start off with an 8 a.m. Zoom call where I help you set up your software, because I want to make sure that you guys can do that. It's really not hard. But then you just kind of have that support along the way, and then run your first call or first scan. And then each day we'll go through a different module. Sunday, I will be doing it at 7 a.m. because of church. And then the rest of the 4 days, the next 4 days, Monday through Thursday, would be 8 a.m. again. They are going to be recorded, so then they'll be shared because I know people work and stuff. It just kind of worked out the best for me. Next time I do this, it's probably going to be a different time because my life is about to change again for another season. So times will be different for the next time. So anyway, if nobody else has any questions, I'll wrap this up. I appreciate you all coming. Did you want to talk, Brenda? I can unmute you if you want. Let me. Oh, I'm not. Hang on. I have to ask you to unmute, but you'll have to click a button that says unmute. Oh, wait, I'm unmuting the wrong person. Hang on. Ask to unmute. There we go. You're welcome, Abby.
I
There
just
we
wanted
go.
to, hey, I just wanted to thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And I think I want to do the 6 day
Wellness Clarity.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All
I
right.
would like to do that.
Awesome. All right, then I will message you. Um, are you fine with me waiting till tomorrow morning to text you?
I'm more than fine. Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
I've been trying to do better. One of my goals as I like move forward with all of this is I enjoy doing in the evenings, like the Barbara O'Neill sessions have been 7 to 9 p.m. and it's like perfect. I kind of help my husband get the kids to bed and then I like hop on and it's just been really nice. It's been a nice time frame. But our life is going to be full of baseball soon. So like I'm like I don't know what time anything is going to be soon, but I've been wanting to prioritize bed a little bit better. And so I'm like anyway, so I've been trying to do that. But yes, I will message you in the morning and send you the link for all of that.
All right, that would be perfect.
Perfect. All right.
All
Anybody
right.
else have anything? If not, thank you so much for coming. And I will be in touch with you tomorrow morning to
Okay.
see what what the next step is for you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.
Bye.